The fragment which is selected as the topic for this assignment is from the movie True Grit. The negotiation scene is between Matty and a cotton merchant named Colonel G. Stonehill. The scene is interesting because it lasts for approximately 4 minutes, in which Matty, who is 14 years of age, demands that the ponies which her father recently bought are being repurchased by the cotton merchant. Furthermore, she demands $300 for her father's horse, which was stolen from the merchant's stable by Tom Cheney. Besides, she wants to sell Tom Cheney's horse to the cotton merchant.
How much are you paying for cotton?
9.5 for low middling and 10 for ordinary.
We got most of ours out early. Sold to the Woodson Brothers in Little Rock for 11 cents.
And I suggest you take the balance of it to the Woodson Brothers.
We took the balance to Woodson. We got 10.5.
Why'd you come here to tell me this?
Oh, I thought we might shop around up here next year, but I guess we're doing all right in Little Rock. I'm Mattie Ross, daughter of Frank Ross.
Oh, tragic thing. Now I say your father impressed me with his manly qualities. He was a close trader, but he acted the gentleman.
When Matty enters Stonehill's store, instead of introducing herself or stating what she's coming for, she asks Stonehill how much he pays for cotton. Stonehill answers he is paying 9.5 cents for low quality and 10 cents for normal quality. Subsequently, Matty tells him she has already sold the lot of her cotton to a competitor in Little Rock for 11 cents a stack. When Stonehill asks why she came to tell him this, she answers that she is thinking about taking her business to him next year, but she thinks she is doing alright in Little Rock. By taking this approach, Matty establishes authority. She shows Stonehill that he will not be able to push her around. Here, Mattie Ross employs a tactic that enables her to have a successful negotiation. By establishing her authority, she immediately sets herself up as equal to her negotiation partner. It is especially noteworthy since the film takes place in the late 19th century. This means that it predates a lot of the social movements that strove for women's rights and equality, and which changed the boundaries and rules for negotiation between two people of the opposite gender. This was research done by Gasson and Pice in 1985. The surprise of a woman starting a negotiation this aggressively, better yet a 14-year-old girl, gives her power that she otherwise would not have had.
Well, I propose to sell those ponies back to you that my father bought.
Oh, that I fear is out of the question. I will see that they're shipped to you at my earliest convenience.
Well, we don't want the ponies now. We don't need them.
Well, that hardly concerns me. Your father bought the ponies and paid for them, and there's an end of it. I have the bill of sale.
And I want $300 for Papa's saddle horse that was stolen from your stable.
You have to take that up with a man who stole a horse.
Tom Cheney stole the horse while it was in your care. You are responsible.
Yeah, I admire your sand. But I believe you will find I'm not liable for such claims.
You were the custodian. If you were a bank ever robbed, you could not simply tell the depositors to go hang.
I do not entertain hypotheticals. The world as it is vexing enough. Secondly, your valuation of the horse is high by about $200. How old are you?
If anything, my price is low. Why, Judy is a fine racing mare. I've seen her jump an 8-rail fence with the heavy rider. I'm 14.
Oh, well, it's all very interesting. The ponies are yours. Take them. Your father's horse was stolen by a murderous criminal. I had provided reasonable protection for the creature as per our implicit agreement. My watchman had his teeth knocked out and can take only soup.
Next, Mattie states her business. She wants Stonehill to buy back the ponies he sold to her now deceased father, and he wants him to pay $300 for her father's saddled horse that was stolen from Stonehill stables. Mattie makes the first offer, thereby anchoring the negotiation. Stonehill responds by taking the lowball approach, stating that the horse was only worth $100. He also asks her how old she is, trying to intimidate her. Furthermore, he tells her that she has to keep the ponies and he is not responsible for the theft, so he will not pay her anything. He makes her clear he will not make concessions and is even not willing to negotiate. Here, the cotton deal trader is seemingly caught off guard, which allows Mattie to make the first offer. This gives her more power because the party who makes the first offer obtains the better outcome. The lowball tactic that Stonehill employs in response signals that he reciprocates Maddie's competitive stance. He also tries to diminish her authority through intimidation, in this case about asking her age. It is not successful, however, as Maddie immediately has her counter-argument ready and moves the attention away from her age by stating it matter-of-factly. Following this, Stonehill makes clear that he has no intention to continue negotiating.
And I will take it to law.
You have no case.
Lawyer J. Noble Daggett of Dardanelle, Arkansas, may think otherwise, is might a jury. Petitioned by a widow and 3 small children.
Maddie tells Stonehill she will take the case to court. A couple of strategies can be identified when analyzing this action. First of all, she manipulates the actual cost of delay or termination by threatening to involve a third party. She also modifies Stonehill's perception by making the costs of obtaining his goals appear higher. When Stonehill says she has no case, she tells him that lawyer J. Noble Daggett of Dardanelle, Arkansas, thinks otherwise. By stating she has an expert on her side, she tries to intimidate Stonehill. And furthermore, Maddie tells Stonehill that the jury will be on her side because the petition will be made by a widow and 3 small children. Again, this is done to make Stonehill's position look weaker. It is at this point in the negotiation that Maddie makes her power play by threatening to involve other parties, in this case the law. The cotton trader instantly tries to dismiss it, but this proves unsuccessful as Maddie has her counter-argument ready. As you can see in the next scene, Maddie's tactic works. Pay attention to the sly smile that appears on her face as her negotiation partner responds by making an offer. She has him where she wants him and she knows it. From here on out, she clearly has the most power.
I will pay $200 to your father's estate when I have in my hand a letter from your lawyer absolving me of all liability from the beginning of the world to
I will
date.
take $200 for Judy, plus $100 for the ponies, and $25 for the gray horse that Tom Cheney left. He was easily worth $40. Right, that is $325
The
total.
ponies have no part in it. I will not buy them.
And the price for Judy is $325.
I would not pay $325 for a winged Pegasus. As for the gray horse, it does not belong to you.
The gray horse was lent to Tom Cheney by my father. Cheney only had the use of him.
I will pay $225 and keep the gray horse. I don't want the ponies.
Not accept that. There will be no settlement after I leave this office. It will go to law.
All right, this is my last offer. $250. For that, I get the release previously discussed, and I keep your father's saddle. The gray horse is not yours to sell.
The saddle is not for sale. I will keep it. Lawyer Daggett will prove ownership of the gray horse. He will come after you with a writ of replevin.
A what?
Writ of
All right,
replevin.
now listen very carefully, as I will not bargain further. I will take the ponies back and the gray horse, which is mine, and settle for $300. Now, you must take that or leave it, and I do not much care which it is.
Well, Lawyer Daggett would not wish me to consider anything under $325. But I will settle for $320 if I am given the $20 in advance. Now, here's what I have to say about that saddle.
Stonehill comes with an offer, $200 for Maddie's father's goods if he gets a letter absolving him of all liability. Maddie takes an aggressive approach, adding up all the values to $325. She also adds another horse to the bargain, which is of little importance since it is only worth around $25. This horse serves as a bogey. Stonehill says the ponies have no part in this, I will not buy them. He makes clear the ponies are the most important part of the negotiation to him. He offers $225 for the 2 horses and he does not want the ponies. At this point, Maddie stands up and tells Stonehill she does not accept his offer and will take the case to court after she has left the store. By doing this, she creates an exploding offer. Stonehill will only be able to negotiate at this moment. When he does not and she leaves, the opportunity to negotiate is gone. Now Stonehill offers $300 for the lot, but he tells her he will keep her father's saddle. The saddle is a nibble. Stonehill tries to get something extra out of the negotiation at the last moment. He tells Maddie that this is his final offer and she has to take it or leave it, thereby establishing a commitment. At the end, they settle for $320 and Maddie gets to keep the saddle. In this part of the negotiation, she uses her advantage to the fullest by continuing her aggressive negotiation style. It is clear that Stonehill wants to make a deal to avoid legal action, which means Maddie can safely make an exploding offer and ignore his statements about the final offer. Stonehill weakens his position even more when he goes beyond his final offer, and Maddie knows it. This is why the outcome of the negotiation ends up very much in her favor.
The tactic employed by Mattie Ross is very successful, as is evident by the outcome of the negotiation, which is very much in her favor. Therefore, there was no immediate need for an alternative tactic on her part. However, there is one other possibility. Since Mattie's father has just died, leaving a wife and 3 small children behind, Mattie could have played the pity card. On the other hand, it is very much possible that this tactic would not have yielded the same results, because the cotton trader was hesitant to negotiate in the first place. Stonehill could have done better, however. Mattie uses hardball tactics, which can be countered by ignoring them and responding in kind. The most important strategy used in this negotiation is the threat of involving a third party, which in this case is a legal expert. Mattie undermines Stonehill's certainty, thus weakening his bargaining position.